up, guys? Welcome back for another video. As you can see, today we're here in London. I'm joking, today we're back again in the crib. Anyways, if you guys haven't watched last week's vlog with my boys Paul Beats and BS Beats from Spain, make sure you go watch it. I'm gonna link it up. Anyways, today I'm gonna be cooking up. Actually, I'm gonna show you because I've already cooked up the beat, but I'm gonna show you guys how to make a jersey drill club, however you want to call it. I don't know how you call it. Is it jersey club or jersey drill beat? I don't know, man. Anyways, I'm gonna be showing you guys the real sauce, and man, make sure you just stick around for the whole length of the video, and let's go. Bow. So as you can see, this is the project of the beat. It's very simple, very simple. It's not complicated. There are quite a lot of effects, but trust me guys, it's very simple. I'm gonna start from the melody. So this is a melody that I made from scratch. If you notice, most of the melodies in Jersey beats, they are very repetitive. There are dark melodies. There are most of the times piano, like the UK drill piano or ethnic melodies, and they're very repetitive. I'm gonna start straight from the 808 because, as you already know guys, that is what actually gives the Jersey signature type beat. So this is the 808 that I used, and this is the piano roll of it. The very important thing that you always have to remember about the 808 in Jersey beats is to always have this foundation. Like you see this bounce here that repeats for all the bars, for the first, the second, the third, and fourth. You always have to have this bounce here. Like this is the proper foundation of the 808. And then if you actually want to try to play around with the notes and stuff, you might want to pitch them up. Anyways, you always want to have this foundation for the piano roll of the 808. And then as you can see here, I used some slides here just to give it a bit of variation, but this is the proper foundation of the 808. And then next I use this counter snare. I'm gonna show you the mixing process of the counter snare. It's always the same actually. We have a delay, pancake, fruity reverb, we have an EQ on the low end and high end, and then we have another EQ here. Now if you notice here, there's a second counter snare. And this one here comes from a drum kit, and it goes directly to the same mixer channel as for the first counter snare. And then I started to add some perks. As you can see, we have this one here, this other one, and this other one. And then after adding these perks, I started to work on the kick. As you can see, the kick primarily follows the same piano roll as for the 808. We have some variations here and here, but primarily it's still the same thing. So altogether, this is what we got so far. Now I'm gonna show you guys some of the effects that I used to complement the beat, because obviously Jersey beats, if you notice, they really have a lot of tiny details in the background. Sometimes you don't even hear stuff, but I promise you that there is. So yeah, I'm gonna show you some of the effects that I used. We have this bell here, and to be honest, it's just a bell from a drum kit, but as you can see here, I sliced it like this here in between. But yeah, and then we have the shot effect. We have this other shot, and then we have this thumb. And then we have some other effects here, and I also added this riser, as you can see here. There's also this riser here, the classic drill riser. I've also got this effect here and this other one. I know guys that it might look like a lot of stuff, but in reality it's just about layering all those effects that work good together. It's nothing too crazy, for real. Yeah, so this is the whole thing that we got. Alright, I'm gonna show you the second part of the beat, which has a little bit of variation compared to the beginning. And the actual two elements that have been changed are the kick and the 808. And I also added some other effects, actually just a loop and some tiny details. But the two most important elements that have changed are these 808 and the kick. And together with the kick, so as you can see, this area sounds a little bit different compared to the first one, and actually it's an area that is gonna be in my next drum kit. It's more powerful. I feel like it has a completely different vibe compared to the first one. And also I added this loop. And especially when the beat transitions from the first part of the beat to the second part, you can tell that the beat has another level of energy. You know what I'm saying? I only added this box before the beginning of the second part. And for the second half of the second part of the beat, I also added this effect here. Overall, this is the first part of the beat, and then as you can see here we have the bridge. I put the automation of the melody, and then there's also the counter snare and some effects just to make it sound a little more full. And then as you can see here, the beat starts again with the same first part of the beat. And then instead of going for 16 bars straight before starting with the second part, I put the second part of the beat after 8 bars, so it goes like this. And then the beat goes again to the same first pattern that I used for the beginning of the beat, but there's a variation, which is these gun effects that I use. And then again the beat goes to the second part of drums. You know, if you want to make it simple, you want to imagine like part 1, part 2, part 1, part 2, with the only difference here with the gun effect. And then for the beginning, I'm gonna show you classic, easy as always. So we have a half time for the melody. And then there's also the automation of the low end, so it goes from 0 decibels to around 260. I'm also gonna show you a cool trick that I did here, and basically I put the beginning of the second pattern and I let it hit for half of a bar, so it goes like this. You know, just to give that energy before the drop of the beat. But yeah guys, I'm gonna let you have a listen to the full beat. Make sure that you leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Instagram at Steppers. And man, hey bro, I really appreciate you for watching this video. See you till next time. Bow.
Steppers on the tape. Dappers on the tape.